Hello, hello. Don't mind me. We're not doing Tetris. I am not addicted. I have no problem. And I'm moving over to Smash Brothers. Uh-oh, it's coming through the... Hold on a sec. I might need to do some tweaking. There we go. Okay. We're doing Smash Brothers Ultimate online. We'll see how this goes. Last time we had some problems with streaming and playing online at the same time, which wasn't a big problem with online arenas, which is most of what we're going to be doing today. This is a Take on All Comers stream. I encourage anyone viewing to come at me, bros. But until that happens, I'm just going to be doing some, I'm going to do some online, net online quick play. I'm going to do a couple of those to start things off, because I haven't actually, I haven't played Ganondorf online in a while. I usually play in wireless mode, you know, just in my room on the tablet, and I've been a little afraid to do Elite Smash with, uh-oh. Hold on. I got knocked out of Elite Smash. Okay. Last time I turned this on, literally yesterday, I had Dorf up there. I guess there must be some amount of rank decay in the game. I was not aware of that. Okay, let's fix that. Let's go in. I'm using Wickersham expressed interest in perhaps joining us at some point. So, I have it set up so that we can use voice chat if anyone wants to. But as a result, I can't actually hear the game, so hopefully the levels are alright. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I still play with Jack pretty regularly. Speaking of which, hello, Wolf. But I haven't online with Dorf in a while, so we'll see how this goes. It's a little slow, a little bit of delay going on here. Again, don't know how much of that is streaming. Maybe it's just this particular match. Oh no, Dorf! That was some, that happens online sometimes. For some reason, it likes to do 2 inputs. Maybe it's a buffer thing. I don't know. And Dorf will just go careening off the side like that. It's happened to me before. But only seems to happen online. There we go. There's a kill. Yeah, this could have been a better start. We'll see how it goes from here. It's not a bad wolf. Oh, he survived that. Okay. Using the tried and true tactic of Dorf zoning. It's a good thing to do against Dorf. There's a kill. I realize fighting against other Dorfs that fighting against Ganondorf, there are a couple characters in this game that you just have to approach differently from anyone else in the game, and Dorf is one of them. There we go. Didn't get a 2-stock victory, but that's okay. Is it enough to get back into Elite Smash? I wonder. There's a little bit of an increase. Not much. This is kind of weird, not being able to hear the game audio. See, OBS has a setting for it's supposed to be able to just record the it's supposed to let me monitor the Elgato output without actually playing it on stream, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't do that, so. If I have that on, then you end up getting a very echoey game audio. So, I just have to not hear the game. Ow. Ow. Stop, please. Uh-oh, that's... Okay, that's fine. There we go. Oh, he got me there. He likes the air. That's okay. I can do air. Uh-oh. There we go. Can we 3-stock? Can we pull it off? The best thing for me to do now would probably be to suicide if he lets me, but no, that's okay. 115%, that was probably going to happen. Audio levels sound okay? Again, I can't really monitor with this setup, so, Oh, we went too far. Not quite. Oh, that wasn't it. Come here. Come here, little bird feller. You like my sword? Let me show you my sword. No? Okay. I will show you Boot instead. He's still in it. He's still there. Get out of here. There we go. That's good. I'm doing alright as Dorf. He's still my best character. I've tried to get others up into Elite Smash in wireless mode, granted. I'm using a GameCube controller now, which is my preferred input method. But trying to replicate that with the Joy-Cons is a little more difficult. And with other characters as well. Amazingly, my second best has been DDD, who I don't even consider like a sub, let alone a main. But people online seem to have a lot of trouble handling him. Maybe we should do some DDD today. Shotgun kiss. Uh-oh. Curses. A fellow mage. Zelda is good at zoning. That's not good for Dorf. Now, does she know how to tech, is the question. She knows how to teleport. She likes doing that. She's also a very light character, though, so come on, teleport. No? You didn't want to? Okay. Ow. Don't do that. No, she is not going to tech. Oh, please don't do that. Oh, there I go. Alright. Well, as with any good zoning characters, the key is to stay on their ass. Don't let her land. Oh, she landed. And I got for that. Ow. Oh. No tech? No tech. There we go. One more. Oh, she's using the shield now. Ooh. Oh no, it hits under the ledge? She could have gotten a kill there if she went straight up. Come on, teleport. No? Oh, there she goes. Oh, it's going that way. I still can't really use the knight effectively. There we go. Waiting for her to do that. Alright. Let's see. Is anyone saying nothing? You know what? I'm gonna hop into the Discord. I'm gonna be ready in case anyone wants to join. See if anyone wants to hop in. I could win again, I'm sure. It's not very fun fighting Zeldas, if I'm being perfectly honest. Let's see if I'm back in it. Oh, looks like he's back in Elite. It looks like that was enough, yeah. Output device. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. Just confirming some things. I think I see Wickersham.
Yes.
There he is.
Confirmation of your confirmance has been confirmed.
Confirmed. I might have to tweak some... Hey, I'm back into Elite Smash with Dorf. I got knocked out, apparently. So there must be rank decay in this game, because I fell out from not playing.
Yes. That's what happens.
Okay. It didn't happen to me until just now. I'd stopped playing him online for, like, a month. I'm gonna do a DDD match. I'm gonna do one online DDD. Maybe I can get him into Elite. Well, no, he's 3,700. You remember when Elite Smash was like 500,000 or less?
No, because I played it on launch day, and it wasn't 500,000. It was like maybe 2 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember getting in at a point at like 500, 750,000.
Maybe I didn't play it right away. I didn't play it like midnight, so maybe that has something to do with it.
I did. Did I play it? It was a day one purchase for me. I don't remember quite how early I got it, though.
The first thing I did when I played it was go through World of Light, so...
I put that off a little bit. I did a lot of Spirit Board and just unlocking characters.
Sorry, I'm sick.
That's okay. You mentioned that you weren't streaming because of that. Right?
Yeah.
Is that you? You're not Riley, right?
I'm not Riley.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got confused. I just ran into a Kate Rule, and he gave me a text message.
Your mom gay. Oh, I'm just fighting the words.
It's suction versus suction. King versus king. Oh, that wasn't enough?
You can't hear my TV, right?
No.
Okay. Turning it down anyway.
Oh no, he's gonna bury me. I'm fine. I too am fat. We're just chucking stuff at each other. Uh-oh, there I go. Oh, what? Okay, that was weird. I ate his cannonball, but then I spit it back out without spitting it back out. He just, like, dropped it in front of him.
Huh. As a Dr. Mario player, I'm beginning to wonder if I should just go to Mario and suck it up.
Yeah. He is kind of just better right now. I would love if they gave Dr. Mario a little more of that extra oomph, but...
He needs a better recovery.
He
That's
does.
really what's holding him back.
That's all it is.
He's only got one way to recover, and it's because of it he's so predictable.
He would be different enough from Mario. Just that horrible recovery is all that's really holding him back.
Yeah.
Okay, I just ate my Gordo. Oh no! There I go. God damn it. Took his crown with him.
I need some Dayquil or something.
Some gay well? What?
Dayquil.
Oh! Where'd he... Oh, these cannonballs are weird. They can only go like a certain distance out of Dedede's mouth? Uh-oh.
It might just,
oh!
It might just have a
oh!
lifetime.
I broke his armor.
Ooh. You gonna punish him for it?
Yeah. I tried to... So you can't just walk someone off the edge and push them anymore. That doesn't work in this game.
Yeah.
Damn it. Uh-oh! Oh, he almost fucked me there by eating. Okay, well, he fucked me. No, still alive. Can I win this? Oh, why'd I would have hit him if I hadn't sucked it up. I can't. The fucking cannonballs, I can't eat them. They've just got weird physics. Stop that. He's trying to make me eat myself to death. Which sounds strange, but it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got me. He's gonna bury me. I'm fucked. RIP! There goes the king. Hello, Darian.
So, I just came by to say what's up, and I'm probably just gonna hang out with you.
Oh, you're in voice. Okay.
Yeah. Just to come by to say what's up, so.
Is everything sound good on the stream's end?
Yes.
Everything's good.
Okay.
I can't see the stream, but when I did see it, yes.
Things are looking good, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop out and be in the chat.
Okay. So you wanna go a few rounds, Wicker?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
I looked for a Smash Brothers Discord, but the big one, the Reddit one, that doesn't allow any kind of self-advertisement, so that's not happening.
That would make, I mean, that would make sense, yeah. There's a few character-specific Discords that allow you to advertise when you're looking for people to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to create an arena? Or maybe it'll go a little better if I'm not hosting.
I'll make it. Yeah. You want me to make it public or just friends?
Just friends, I'd say.
You know what? I'll do it public, but with a password.
Yeah.
So
okay.
if somebody wants to get in, they need the password.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll name it. Yeah, I got a name.
I always forget that you don't actually need friend codes to play with someone in this game. They have like a password system.
Yeah. Alright, and I'll just DM the password to you.
On Discord?
Yeah.
I've been trying... Wicker knows this. I've been trying to be more active on Twitter nowadays.
Twitter.
Twitter.
You are stupid. You are stupid.
I am using the Twitter. Come visit my tweet. Tweet or tweet.
There you
Now, will it show up in Friends Arenas just because you're hosting it, is the question, or do I have to search public?
No, you have to actually search for it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know why, but
That's
you have
weird.
to actually search for it. I sent you the ID too.
Oh, okay. I'll just enter that then.
So I just got the K. Rool and the Ice Climbers amiibo. Just arrived in the mail today. Very
yeah?
good. Very well made.
I wish there was more you could
It has a
do.
lot of
What?
It's got a lot of detail you can't see because this back is covered up by the cape, but it's got a line of like thick alligator back spikes going all the way down to his tail.
Yeah.
But you can't see it because the cape is in the way.
Oh.
But the fact that they bothered to do it anyway, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The plastic of the cape is made in such a way that it looks like stitching. The paint job is really good. There's this glossy finish paint on the stomach, the crown, and the armbands. And the mold itself is actually really good.
Figure reviews with Wickersham Leader.
Yeah. I can review figures. Why not? The Ice Climber, I really appreciate actually the Ice Climber amiibo because they don't have a stand in the traditional sense. It's like
They just use
don't have
Hamon, huh?
No. Oh, is that a JoJo reference?
Yes, that is JoJo. Go on.
I was gonna say that unlike using like the clear plastic pillars that others use, it's it's like a stand behind them that looks like shards of ice.
Oh. It's like how the 8-bit Mario one. 8-bit Mario one's on a pipe.
Oh yeah, but that one also has a clear plastic stand too.
Does it? I don't think there's
No, clear plastic supports, not the stand.
Oh,
the stand
okay.
is the same as every other Smash Bros. Amiibo, but instead of having like the K. Rool amiibo has plastic bits covering up the
No, don't do that.
has plastic bits covering up his left foot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's at an angle. But the Ice Climbers have a support that looks like shards of ice instead.
Oh. Stop that.
Okay.
You and your spikes. Dong
I
doesn't
didn't
need
even spike
spikes.
you.
Please go down. No.
I'm not going down on you.
Oh, you and your long arms.
Yeah.
I need sexy rolls to deal with this. Go away. Go away.
Oh, just slowly pulled me towards you.
Oh, I guess you fly longer the faster I spit you out. Why did I air dodge? I'm fucking DDD. I could have made it back from that.
Okay, I lied. I'm back in.
Stop that, Nick.
Okay.
No, no spikes. Hey, I got a kill. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, I won't spike you. Oh, okay.
I'm Ness.
So Wickersham, where did the Wickersham name come from?
I was in Seussical. I was in a production of Seussical in high school, and I played the leader of the Wickershams.
Huh.
I'm not gonna spike you.
Okay. You're gonna do that. Oh, you're gonna go send me up. Okay, that works. True to his word. I am terrible with the Belmonts, Darian. So,
I'll play the Belmonts. Why don't we do Belmont? Belmont posting.
Belmont v. Belmont?
Yeah. You get to be Richter, though.
Oh, okay, I get to.
I don't know if I shared this little webcomic with the
the Discord or not, but there was actually a pretty depressing little comic that was, I think it was Ridley talking to Waluigi. He was like, you know, being a hyped up character isn't all it's cracked up to be, because people will hype you up for a decade, and once you finally make it into the game, you're just a one-off character that no one barely uses anyway. So
You did post that, yes.
People would play Ridley if he was good.
Yeah, that's about all it comes to.
And it kind of speaks to you in a way where it's like, yeah, people will ask for such a long time to put a certain character in, but I guess if it doesn't live up to their expectations, they just won't touch him.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
thing
people
K.
like
Rool
K. Rool.
Good thing
because he's
K. Rool
good.
met everyone's expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, people use K. Rool. That's actually something that people use. Yeah, people use K. Rool. He lived up to expectations, but Ridley, ouch.
He was too small. He needed to be Giga Bowser size. Then he would have been balanced. Then he would have been competitive.
He needed to take up 4 slots on the character selection screen.
That's right. That's what holds him back from competition.
His amiibo was actually 4 amiibo stands, each one carrying a different part of him. You have to summon them like Exodia.
That's right. Why did I do that?
If you have all 5 pieces, you win Evo automatically.
No, you.
I am so very disappointed that they didn't at least make an alternate costume for Simon with his red hair.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Light Yagami.
We gotta... Yeah, like Yagami has brown hair.
Oh no, I think Wickersham's talking about the Castlevania Judgment. That was... The character designs in that game were done by the artist for Death Note.
Oh.
And Simon just looked like Light Yagami.
Because
I mean,
Simon
to be
in
fair,
Castlevania
it's not like it was all
Judgment
his
like an emo
fault.
pop star.
He kind of looked like that before. It's just that that particular game made it even worse.
He made him look emo, like he belonged straight in Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you ask me though,
he looked like before, but
if you ask me though, blonde by Simon Belmont is Simon Belmont. Like, this is what Simon Belmont looks like to me.
sure.
I like this one better just because it's more unique. As far as the Smash roster goes.
It's just for me personally, being like a huge nut for Castlevania, the artist that does most of the games is Ayami Kojima, and her artwork is just so beautiful.
No relation to Hideo Kojima, right?
I'm not too sure, but I know she does have the same last name. I don't know if she dated Hideo Kojima. I still have to look into that. But she does the artwork for Castlevania.
A lot of Takahashis in anime.
But I mean, I'm not upset that they went with the...
Whoa, what was that trajectory on the Holy
I
Wall?
don't know. It was weird. Does it automatically go that far?
Let me try it again.
I'm trying to replicate it. Hey, you just did it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it isn't a...
Like, you see Ayami Kojima's artwork in the spirit cards, like when you were playing the World of Light thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, because that's the one that made Richter look like a ringleader.
I like the Dracula. That's about it, really.
Yeah, but they have a lot of spirits that spoil things, and one of them is the Dracula spirit.
Oh, yeah. Soma who?
But at least it saves you from having to play that game.
Yeah.
As far as I played Castlevania 1, 2, 3, Symphony of the Night, 4, Rondo of Blood, and that's it.
Ooh.
So I'm more of a classic Castlevania fan.
I see.
Here, I need to show Nick. I need to show him up. He's beating me on my stream. I can't have that.
I get beaten on my streams all the time.
I was going to say, Xelrog, don't get penisy, but I don't know if you would have gotten that reference or not.
Yeah, yes. I would have.
Okay.
I would have gotten that reference to a reference to Star Wars.
Yes.
Sure, I'll do that then.
Made a Peter smiley in the Discord, because why not? I don't know. There's already a Darian one.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm you, but faster.
And I'm you, but stronger. I still like to think they trained at the same dojo.
Xelrog, I don't know if it was you who said it, but I think it was someone who told me this a while ago that they thought that it was the Castlevania story that was complicated.
Maybe?
Because, I mean, it's really kind of simple because the whole story is spread out for like 1,000 years. It starts in the year like 1000 during the Crusades, and then ends around the year 2030. So basically, in shortest terms, the way I can describe it is you've got every 100 years, Dracula comes back. Sometimes, give or take, it'll happen every 50 some odd years because there's people trying to like bring him back via ritual to bring him back early. But the general consensus is that he comes back every 100 years. So what happens is every Castlevania game, new Belmont in the lineage comes in, he has to fight Dracula, he dies, and then we gotta wait another century. That's about it. Now,
Unless you're Simon, then you get 2 games.
What was that, Wickersham?
Unless you're Simon, then you get 2 games.
He was
Yeah,
cursed
that
with
was
2
an example.
games.
That was an example of, because there's some games where Dracula doesn't, like, die, per se.
Damn it.
His body parts get spread around the land or whatever, and then they have to kill him that way, because he's a little persistent sometimes. So that was one of those cases. After Symphony of the Night, though, Richter apparently thought he tainted the whip, and he decided to end the Belmont lineage right there because he felt like he was a disgrace to the Belmont family, and he just stopped like handing down the whip. After that came Circle of the Moon, Order of Ecclesia, a bunch of non-Belmonts that started hunting Dracula down. And then we get to the mysterious chapter known as Julius Belmont, which Konami probably will never make a game about because they only care about their fucking pachinko machines. So, there's that. And then we got Soma Cruz.
Yeah, he happened.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Julius
where did Kid Dracula fit into all this?
Dracula, I don't want to spoil it.
No,
because
Kid
that's-
Dracula.
No, Kid
The
Dracula.
best Castlevania character.
As far as I know, Kid Dracula is a previous Konami game, which is like, it exists in the Castlevania lore, and apparently he's Alucard as a kid.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I don't want it.
Maybe it's the best Castlevania game. You don't know.
Well, there were 2 of them. There was one on the Famicom and one on the Game Boy. The Famicom one never got released over here because there was a dude with a swastika on him.
Oh.
And he wore a Klansman outfit. So we don't like to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
You beat him up, though.
So he's the bad guy.
Yeah, one of the bosses. Although I think it's like the swastika that's supposed to be like the Hindu one that's for peace, you know.
But
Like
it's
the one in
okay.
Zelda 1 map.
It's okay
Yeah.
if the bad guys in Zelda 2 have crosses on their faces and are KKK members. Like, Christian KKK is fine as bad guys, just not Nazi KKK. We don't want to indemnify them.
Other than that, though, I would say that I like Dracula's character development throughout the series, especially at the beginning. He does have a motive, and it's pretty understandable. So,
They should just make a Castlevania game in the future.
that would be pointless.
Cyberpunk Castlevania.
That, I feel like, would be pointless because...
No, space vampires. Let's go to a place that doesn't have any sun.
I think there's only one Castlevania game where vampires are actually a recurring enemy, and that's Castlevania 64.
Jack wants a future Zelda.
I want a Dark
No.
Souls Zelda.
No.
You don't get that one.
You like my umbrella? Stronger than a
Yeah.
dragon's foot? Coming. Oh.
Oh Lord, he walking. Ow.
See, he's using Ridley. Ridley lives on.
I have the Ridley amiibo, and I don't really know why I play Ridley. And I never really felt an immense need to play Ridley. I was excited when he was announced, because I was like, no way, they actually did it, the Madmen.
Yeah.
You just play it for hype's sake.
I wish there was more you could do with the amiibos.
Well, if you're inventive, you could use them as butt plugs.
Yeah.
God damn it, I knew you were going to say something like that.
Some better than others.
There's a tier list of that. There's also a tier list for which Smash Bros. Character gives the best and worst hugs.
Oh.
There's also a tier list for Shrek Super Slam.
Well, yes, and Little Red Riding Hood's the best character.
Yep.
Expect that at EVO.
The ass
Well,
is a
grab a
surprisingly
booty.
good attack.
It is when I'm not, like, playing around it.
Oh, no.
Nope, well, there we go.
So none of you have played Mario Run, right?
No.
No, I've been meaning to, but it's $10, and I don't play mobile games that much.
Alright. I need to explain something, right? So I know the idea behind mobile games is that they're bad, right? That's pretty much the consensus, that mobile games are bad. So
Well, I know... Yeah.
I bought it, okay? The whole price tag is $10 to unlock everything, and they even give you a few bonuses. There is literally no other microtransaction in the game. You pay $10, you get the entire game, and you get a few extra modes. So I played it. I beat the story. It is pretty. It's a generic running game, but when I played it, it felt like a genuine Mario title. It felt like a Mario game on mobile. I was pretty satisfied with it. It's a good time waster, and it's a genuinely fun Mario title, in my opinion.
Okay, now first we did figure reviews, now we did game reviews. Are we shilling out?
I mean, I guess there's only so much commentary you can give. That's good Ridley recovery, right? You
Yeah,
like that?
right? I can
Only 4
I can
directions?
only 4 directions? Yes. And the only one that's diagonal, like, goes down or something like that.
Yeah, well, the only one, the forward one goes down instead of up.
But no, I think...
But I probably would have played Mario Run already if I'd played mobile games.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, if you really feel like you're using your phone a lot, and if you're going a lot of places, yeah, it's literally just Mario on the go.
If I didn't have a 3DS, I might buy
Yes.
Mario Go.
Yes, if you don't
Or
have a
a Switch.
3DS, there you go.
I consider Daisy my second best, but even so, I've had trouble getting her up to any good level online without, GameCube controller.
I didn't pick this stage. I guess I got lucky.
All coincidence. I hear your TV only when he says go. That's the only thing we hear. It's the only thing
Yeah,
loud
we should've
enough.
turned it down, then.
No, that's fine. We get all the announcers' enthusiasm. He really loves Pokemon Go. So there's almost definitely going to be 2 versions of the Gen 8 Switch game, right? If they're still doing it with Pikachu and Eevee.
Ow.
There's no way they're going to give
Gave
that
me
up.
quite the slap there, my man.
She's got a good slap. A good slap and a good butt.
I seriously can't get over how good the stage looks.
Yeah.
I can. I'm
No.
over it.
Now, if only we had a Majora's Mask game that was fully modeled like this. And you could play as Jack from Jak and Daxter.
I remember all those little clickbait theory videos about, like, Majora's Mask coming to Wii U? With that weird trailer.
Yeah.
Well, that one was pretty convincing.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
It was a good fan
And that
project.
was- I think that was like for some sort of remake.
Well, I don't know
make
if it
the
was.
remake, like,
It didn't look to me like an official Nintendo thing, but it was well made.
Yeah, it was well made.
hey, can you
I
stop?
personally think they should have waited, but they obviously had to do something to sell the 3DS. So.
I mean, even if they had, well, they didn't want to put it out on the Wii U. No one bought a Wii U, but then that would have separated the set, is the thing, of Ocarina and Majora, because Ocarina had already come out on the 3DS.
No.
More
I
people
mean,
care about
I feel
Ocarina
like they
anyway.
should have waited to remake either of them on like a better system.
Yeah,
But like I said, they needed something to sell the 3DS, and boy, did it help sell the 3DS.
but they couldn't. They didn't have a like. They didn't need that much power for those remakes. Something that needed like a Switch's power was Link's Awakening. They couldn't have remade that on any less technology.
I don't know if waiting for another console to come out would be like, I don't know, a great idea.
Yeah.
Because if you could do it, and I mean, 2011, the Switch is 6 years off. Why would we wait 6 years to make?
If they
that
could, if
game?
they were to port more 3DS games onto the Switch, I wouldn't complain. They
Well,
won't, but I
They
wouldn't
can't
complain.
because of the can't really play any game that uses touch controls on a TV.
Darian mentioned like a game or two that was ported that
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah, there's a few 3DS games that were 3DS exclusive, and later on became console games. One of these was Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. And they actually pulled it off pretty well. What they did was, I think they took the top screen. I think the top screen was the main game screen where you'd be, seeing all the action. The bottom screen was basically your map and your menu. So they compromised and they said, okay, we'll have it all attached to one screen, but if you want to access the map in the menu, all you have to do is press select or start.
I
So
mean,
there is a way to do it.
in the 3DS Zelda
I mean,
games, the
what
bottom
else
screen
could
was
you
just
do?
the menu, is all it was. So that's doable, I would think. You would just have to. It would basically be a whole new remake because they couldn't use the 3DS models. They'd have to have whole new ones again. Which, I mean, I guess they have. They have existing Zelda models.
Yeah, but they wouldn't use the models from Smash if that's what you're insinuating.
Oh, come on, Hyrule Warriors Zelda. Put her in Ocarina with like the sword and the chainmail and shit.
They wouldn't do that either.
No, they wouldn't. But how cool would that be?
They'd have to make new models that keep more in line to the aesthetic of the original game.
Yeah,
I want to see Mido
Now,
block
at this
my
point-
path in 3D.
that's right.
in
Very
HD,
important
excuse
feature.
me.
Because now at this
All right.
point, we got to wait like another decade or so before they're even allowed to remake Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask again because reasons.
Let's have a let's have a combination of them, like an Ocarina of Time, where you get to walk around and see people's lives over those 7 years, day by day.
Or maybe an Ocarina of Time where you get to wear masks. Hold on.
Well, as an adult, you can't wear masks as an adult. That would look silly. Just
Yeah,
like
you're
you
right.
can't use a boomerang or use Deku sticks. Mega Man versus Croc Man.
Snake
Croc
Man.
for Smash. That's going to be the next DLC character's
We
Croc.
already got Yoshi.
Croc was in fact going to be a Yoshi game, and then they
Hey,
repurposed
Serge,
it.
You ruined the joke.
Was it a
I was
joke?
gonna leave it ambiguous. Yeah.
Oh, I mean that it's not just a fact. I wasn't making a joke.
I was gonna leave because the joke was that Croc was supposed to be a Yoshi game.
Oh, well, I don't think that's common enough knowledge that people would have gotten that, is the thing. I don't think Croc is common enough knowledge.
Bubsy for Smash.
That's right. Stop grabbing me, you grabby asshole! Explode! Blow up! Fuck.
I think the biggest consensus for a DLC character right now is either Sora
Waluigi.
or fucking Banjo.
I mean, if you had to ask me, I'd say Joker.
What about Crash? No? People aren't thinking of him?
Crash would be cool, but I think it's more like would Activision do it? And based on the fact that Activision let them use Crash in PlayStation
Yes!
All-Stars.
Well, yeah, but Smash would probably profit them more. I think more and more companies are seeing the benefits of having a character in Smash. I feel. Yeah, can't eat that.
I used to think that Smash had standards, but ever since they put Cloud and Joker in the game, anything goes.
Yeah.
Literally anything goes.
The way you worded that was very poor. I used to think Smash Brothers had standards. Now it seems like to let
Those
everybody go.
those slobs, Cloud and...
It was just purely Nintendo characters, right? It was just Nintendo
Oh!
going at it, right?
Oh, that hurt!
Brawl.
But now it's like any character can get in. So literally it's just, oh, video game characters brawling.
That's
I thought
right.
It was just Nintendo characters back then.
I mean, that was the dream. That's what everyone wanted Smash Brothers to be, was every video game character. Since its conception.
That's true. Everybody was like...
Everybody wanted Crash and Sonic to be in Smash Brothers.
Everybody wanted... People were talking about
I'm
Cloud.
saying conceptually the game was Nintendo characters going at it, but then you got characters like Snake and Sonic coming in, and then we knew something was up. We're like, okay, but then Cloud came in, I'm like, okay, this is going on a direction where I was not expecting.
Is it bad? I can't tell if you're saying it's bad or not.
No, it's not bad. I'm just saying it's rather unexpected.
I mean, I feel like all bets were off once, like, Pac-Man came in.
Yeah, I'm just saying that back then I thought there were rules when it came to being in the Smash roster, but now it's like literally anything goes. So
There is only one rule of Smash, is that Waluigi cannot be in
I'm
it.
not crossing my fingers for Goku, if that's what you're trying to
No,
insinuate
I'm not
here.
either.
No, anyone from an anime, anyone who would need, like, a Japanese TV studio's permission is just not happening. Because Japanese
I think
TV
Sakurai
studios.
said that he wasn't going to be doing like third-party shows or whatever. I think he said he wasn't going to do that. So anybody from like anime or TV shows is not happening. It's just strictly
However,
video.
Corey Baxter...
Homer Simpson
Is the
for
dream.
Smash not happening? Aw. Oh.
How about as a Ganondorf?
Oh, no! God damn it. Yeah, as a Ganondorf club. Wasn't he in, like... He was in Smash Brothers... crossover? What's the really... Infinite. That's the big fan one. And Homer
Yeah.
Simpson's is a Ganondorf skin.
Yeah. They should have had an alt for Mega Man where he's Proto Man.
Yeah. There are a lot of alts that could have been in the game, but weren't. Proto Man or Base could have both been good Mega alts. I would have loved to see just the other Mega Mans.
They should have just put Long Chew in officially. Just, like, say, forget it. We're putting it in now.
Yeah. I would have loved, like, Mega Man
Is it too late to
EXE,
hope for,
Mega Man Legends.
Is it still too late to hope for Skull Kid?
Yeah.
It still seems unlikely to me.
I think Spirit's actually deconfirmed characters, if you ask me.
Well,
Yeah.
you know who's not a spirit? Porky.
Porky? Yeah. That's why I think Porky has a chance.
Eggman was a spirit, but he just wasn't in Roll of Light.
Yeah.
No, there are a lot of potential Echo Fighters that I feel like they could have done pretty easily, just by virtue of them being Echo Fighters, but...
I just realized something.
What?
Cloud's in Smash, and we all know how this goes. Whenever Cloud's in something, Sephiroth has to be in it.
I guess.
I guess.
That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes.
But Smash has standards, Darian.
No,
No,
I
it
said
doesn't. We
used
just
to have
talked about how it
standards.
didn't.
Used to have standards. Now it doesn't.
I don't know.
If Sonic can be in without Tails, then I think Cloud's fine. Or Shadow, for that matter. Easy Echo character, Shadow.
Shadow would have been an easy... People talk about all the different things Shadow does, but at the end of the day, he's very similar to Sonic, and he has the spin dash and everything.
Yeah.
It's really... I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that Shadow would work.
Why did I... Okay, that works.
You disrespected me before you gave me the business.
Oh. No, stay off, Jiggles. I mentioned before, Dixie Kong would have been great. Just like bubblegum.
I think Dixie would have been great if they, like, did her like Ike, where she has...
Donkey Kong's up B.
Donkey Kong's up special, but Diddy's
Everything
moves,
else,
yeah.
right? Because,
Yeah,
you know,
'cause now
bubblegum,
they
pop gun.
changed Diddy in a lot of ways. Yeah, she's got a bubblegum gun. She can monkey flip just fine, throwing banana peels, and she could just spin like DK, since that seems to be what the move was based off of anyway.
We need Tiny Kong. We need some fan service. She's the sexy one, right?
Oh, yeah.
We need a lanky character. Get Lanky Kong in there.
I want Waluigi, though. He's the lanky
Waluigi's
one.
pretty lanky.
There's no other, like, character with a build like his. That's most of why I wanted him. I guess if Ridley counts, but he's all hunched over and shit.
Ganondorf kind of has Waluigi's build.
Ganondorf's
just
buff as fuck.
I know, but he's like he's got long.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone call Ganondorf lanky.
Oh. That's right, you recover faster if you hit someone.
Just call me H-Box.
What do you think are the chances of Banjo getting in?
Pretty low.
Yeah. It would require Microsoft's go ahead. I thought about this. I don't know who Banjo. If they went for a Microsoft property, I don't know who they would go for between Banjo and Master Chief.
It would
Master
probably be
Chief
Master
or
Chief.
Halo.
If Microsoft
Because-
had a say in it, they would probably want Master Chief.
Because Banjo has more history with Nintendo, of course, but people love having third parties that are not Nintendo characters in the game.
I would lose my shit if the Nintendo Direct revealed Master Chief for Smash.
Yeah.
Because that will do it for me.
Well, and
that will fucking do it for me.
They're still making Nintendo Halo games, so he would be relevant advertising for Microsoft, unlike Banjo.
And then there's Sora.
Oh my
which
gosh,
I
don't
guess
hit me.
Yeah, Sora could be pretty likely. Well, Disney doesn't own any aspect of Sora, so that would just be Square, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to use. He wouldn't be able to use Goofy and Donald in his final Smash. But
Yep.
Ouch. There goes a lot of the spirit ideas.
you know it's gonna be like if there was like more spirits, it would all be Organization
Riku and
13
Kyrie
members
Well-
or something like that.
Also, we're talking about Square. They allowed fucking 2 Final Fantasy songs. What are we expecting? If we get Sora.
Well, that's because the Final Fantasy music, most of it they don't own.
Oh, okay.
They let the composers own their own from the game, so most of the music isn't theirs.
And Uematsu, they didn't want to talk to. Didn't he?
They had Nomura write the World of Light.
They had ties to Uematsu. He did do the Smash Brothers Brawl theme. So there is actually Uematsu music in the game, just not from Final Fantasy.
They should have had Blocky
Alright.
Cloud as a color.
Blanky? What?
Blocky.
Oh, yeah, the
Overworld
Pixel?
Sprite Cloud.
yeah. Go!
All right, I want to hear some raw opinions. Who is your least favorite character in Smash?
To
in
play
what
as
sense?
or
To play as, to fight against, or
Who's
in
the
general.
roster you think could not have been in Smash at all? Who do you think shouldn't have been in Smash?
Dark Pit.
Corrin.
Dark Pit, Corrin's pretty bad. Corrin is an obvious advertisement for new Fire Emblem game.
Although, real talk, I don't want anybody to go. I don't think,
It wouldn't help anything now to have them go, but Dark Pit
I'm just
didn't
saying,
need
who
to
do you
be.
think was a rather pointless addition to Smash.
It's hard to say the Echo characters because they were only put in because they would be so little effort. So they're not really hurting anything. They're not taking a slot from
Corrin
someone.
really did feel like a waste at the time because of his timing and the fact that he was the last DLC character, and it was another Fire Emblem character, which we got a ton of in Smash 4.
Oh yeah, another Fire Emblem character that was there to advertise new Fire Emblem game. And he was a whole new character, so there was work put into him. Would it have been better if he was another Marth clone? Or Marth
No.
derivative, rather.
I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to say that, it's just...
But we can all agree that Piranha Plant is our lord and master, and this game wouldn't exist without him. Right?
I wasn't angry about Piranha Plant. Shocked. It's like, really?
I think there were better options for, like, catch people off guard joke characters. But, he's alright, I guess. He plays fine.
I mean, the spike ball thing, I can't really think of anybody else who does like that.
A Tetris for Smash?
You know what? It would be awesome if they made like a character out of Tetris, I think.
I'm amazed it's not an assist trophy or something, or a level. Because they got the music in the game. I said this during the Tetris stream.
Yeah, I don't know why there's no Tetris stage. I mean, when I had the stage builder in Brawl, I made a Tetris stage. I think a lot of people did.
Only one of the most successful video games of all time. You know, a little bit of history.
Nintendo used to own the exclusive rights to it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Tetris 99 is published by Nintendo, even.
I was also talking about that earlier. How do you think that went? Did they just give the Tetris company a lump sum of money and say, here, make something for free on Switch that will make people want to buy a Switch? Is that how that went?
Maybe. I mean...
It is odd that it's a free-to-play game. Or just a free-to-download and everything.
Probably because people are so tired of buying Tetris over and over again on every platform.
That doesn't
There's
stop
always
them
going to
from...
be somebody new there. Tetris, though.
It doesn't stop them from selling Nintendo games on every platform. Can I join?
Man, you used to be able to get
sure, Animal Sand. 1 second.
Other games. Like in Animal Crossing, you used to be able to, like in the first Animal Crossing, you could get something. Actually, I'm gonna go for a minute. I'll be right back. I'll get out of the way.
Wicker, you have a PS4, don't you?
I do.
So you are aware about...
Hold on. I can't hear you. I had to get up for a second. I was going to show my friend code, but then I remembered that we don't need to do that. So,
Just give them the identity arena.
how do I show... Do you have to show the ID? How can I do that as someone who's joining?
Just, like, put it in the Twitch chat. Copy-paste it from the DM.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. Actually, I see. I can show it on the screen. So on the top right, Animal Sand, is the ID and password. So you can hop in using that.
I'll be back in a minute, though. Just
Oh, you leaving?
No. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I have to use the bathroom.
Oh,
I didn't want to
okay.
say it. You pried, and now I had to tell everybody.
Oh,
but I gotta pee.
Could have done one match while he gets set sing. I don't know. Whatever. Fine. I'll just sit here.
And when he gets back, I'm going to have a nice chat with him about the issue with the PS4's poor library of games.
Oh, okay.
About how Sony didn't have the bright idea to transfer the PS3 library over to the PS4.
Yeah.
At least the classics.
Whereas everything on the Wii U is getting well, people bought the PS3 is the difference. No one bought a Wii U.
Like, I'm still bitter about that. Like, why would you... Because think of it this way. You got the Jack collection, the Jack and Daxter collection on PS3.
Yeah.
They have the exact same thing on PS4. So if you bought it on PS3, even if you went and transferred your account on PS4, you still have to buy the PS4's version of it. Period.
I mean, this isn't...
Even if it's the same collection.
This isn't new, is the thing. That I felt betrayed when I got a PS3 and found out that it wasn't PS2 compatible, the version I got. Because I kind of always figured that the PlayStations would continue to be backwards compatible.
Yeah.
But, no, I got the version of the PS3 that would play PS1 games, but not PS2 games. And then later... Yeah, on disc. And then later they had PS3s that didn't play either.
Yep, and then they just resorted to having to buy it on the PS3 store.
And it was the same thing. Yep, you had to buy the game, even if you already owned the discs on PS1 and PS2. You had to buy them again to play them on PS3. So it's nothing new. I'm not surprised at all. That's why I keep my systems.
Is that the PS4 didn't even bother to take the library of games that they had.
Oh fuck, I'm Plant.
Transfer them over.
Oh well.
I picked Plant to play against Nick. I forgot new guy was coming.
All right.
So, Wicker.
Bandana Waddle D, who do you think you are? Yes. Just call me Nick, by the way. I have to keep telling Xelrog to call me Nick.
You haven't told me once to call you Nick, but I'll call you Nick.
I've told you that all the time. I'm dead serious.
If only we were recording this so we had proof one way or the other. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well,
So you got a PS4. Have you ever had a PS3 before?
I have.
Yes.
Oh, I have a PS3, but not a PS4.
Okay, so you know how the PS3 had the classic section where they had a whole library of PS1 and PS2 games, right?
Yes.
And then the PS4 came along and completely ditched the PS1 library and redid the PS2 library.
Yes.
So the libraries aren't even the same, which means that if I were to put my account from PS3 to PS4, all those games that I bought for PS1 and PS2 are just no longer valid. They're not even there. They don't exist.
Yes.
Rather, the PS4 has a very lackluster, mediocre selection of PS2 games. They have a few good games like Jak and Daxter, Destroy All Humans, and a few RPGs, but most of them are like fighting games, like obscure RPGs, adventure games that they're not what comes to mind when you think PS2.
Okay.
So
Nick doesn't sound particularly invested in this.
Well, no, I'm wondering what the point is. I'm waiting for you to, like, give me the kicker.
Oh no, I was just saying that because it's always been a personal issue to me because I'm just trying to make conversation. I was just saying,
okay.
like...
I thought you were gonna, like, somehow tie this into Nintendo's tendency.
Yeah, Nintendo does the same thing.
Yeah, they do. I'm just saying that it just kind of confuses me. Like, why is it a good business practice to just not transfer
I mean, in
your
some ways, I
library?
imagine partially due to licensing. In some ways, it's also partially due to hardware differences.
I think it's mostly the hardware thing, and because, well, they have no financial gain from people buying and continuing to own the older ones. Once they're out of print, they don't make any money off it anymore. So it's more financially beneficial to them to sell the games again in digital form.
Actually, you have a point there because I remember doing research on this a little bit ago. And they say in order to have a PS2 game or even a PS1 game be put on the PSN store, Sony's not in charge of that. It's actually the developers that lead the game. That's their call if they want their game to be put on the store.
Yeah.
So, like, even if, like...
And, so Nintendo has
for...
use, though, because they own their own... Sony doesn't own a lot of their games. They have, a lot of games on there that belong to other developers. Even games that are under the Sony Computer Entertainment brand aren't necessarily theirs.
Right. Like, you could have, like, thousands of people request to have Turok Evolution be on the PS2 store. And
you flew
Sony
a pterodactyl in
might not be able to do
that
anything
game.
about it because Acclaim could say, oh, we don't want our game there. And Acclaim, that's their call.
Also, what do you mean you don't think of RPGs when you think of PlayStation 2?
There
No,
were
I meant
RPGs on the
obscure
PS2?
RPGs. I said obscure RPGs, ones that don't come to mind. Like Okage.
I can't think of a
the
single
Final Fantasy series continued on the PlayStation 2. Kingdom Hearts was on PlayStation 2.
Okay, that's true.
I
Kingdom
just meant
Hearts.
Obscure ones, obscure RPGs, ones that.
Well, did the Suikoden series continue on 2? No, don't play me. Wait for the guy streaming to get in.
Oh, you're fine if you're... Well, I would like to spectate if possible.
Yeah. Okay, you can spectate if you want. Okay, we're in.
Okay, free-for-all. Whatever.
I'll do a free-for-all.
We'll do. Yeah, it works.
I didn't set the arena to 1v1, so if we want to do 1v, just have somebody, fake Riku's playing.
It's obnoxious if there's like a waiting is all. So I guess that'll come down to if we get more people and we have to move to a 1v1 style, we can do that.
You guys ever hear of Dark Cloud?
Yes.
Is that a character? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
No, it's an RPG.
Are we sure it's not also a character? Because it sounds like a character that would have existed at some point in Square's history.
Dark Cloud is probably just Cloud from Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, that's basically what it is to me.
He looks like a rain cloud.
I mean, no, because like he's got like he's got like
the
a
big
bandana.
spiky hand. He's got the giant sword with like tape all over it.
That's right. He's got like a mask on, like a ninja.
He's got the bat wing.
Yeah.
He did have a bat wing. See, I always
confiding with Hades.
not having played Final Fantasy VII, I always thought that Cloud was himself some kind of genetically altered like angel thing because he had that wing in Kingdom Hearts. Like I thought he and Sephiroth were brothers or something.
Wouldn't that have been a dumb plot twist?
That would have been Trigun. Trying to 9 me?
No. Just allow me to continue to try to 4 you.
Yeah, this is pretty laggy with 3 folks.
This is.
Where are you again, Wicker? Nick?
New Jersey.
Ah. I have no idea.
I just played in a lobby with somebody from Italy and I had a good connection. It's usually the third person
Yeah.
that does things.
It was alright when it was just me and him, so... I don't think his connection's inherently bad. His or hers. I don't know where, There's actually a person off Mixer. You know those exist.
You stream the Mixer?
Yes, we do all 3.
Ugh.
Come here.
Oh, it's 'cause I'm
Come
black,
closer.
isn't it?
Come closer. Please?
So you heard of Mixer, but have you heard of D Live?
What about Smashcast?
Have you heard of DuckDuckGo?
Remember Justin TV? That exists. Yes, I have heard of DuckDuckGo. Do they stream now?
No.
So D Live, I just found this out a few weeks ago. It's another streaming service, and I guess their whole shtick is...
Ow!
I got this
I
from
named
He
you-
said, okay, everyone who's watching me, make sure you go to D Live, and everyone who's watching, apparently the way it works, D Live's shtick is that they pay the viewers with, I guess the more you watch, you get this weird, like, currency called lemons. You get lemons, and the more lemons you have, you get, like, real-life gifts.
You
or
get
something
bad
like that.
cards. Oh, okay. I mean, you get, like, EXP on Mixer for watching. But I don't think that translates into Amazon gift cards or anything.
No, like, yeah, with D Live, the longer you watch, the more lemons you get, and the more lemons you accumulate, you get real gifts.
All right,
What am I gonna do with broken cars?
why don't you guys take a shot?
Okay. Time to go serious mode. Time to go epic time.
Let Epic Dong. You gonna let your dong out?
Nah, not him. Not this time.
You gonna let your diddlies out?
Yes.
Dong and diddlies.
And cruel. They need
Did
to
you-
put they need to put Diddy Kong Racing music in this game already.
They need to put Mega Man Battle Network music in this game.
Remember, guys, if you want Mega Man 3 finished, you have to make it.
If you want Mega Man 3, what?
Legends 3.
Oh, there was a Legends 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a single game.
I'm actually surprised with how much Castlevania content they put in Smash.
Yeah.
Well, Konami doesn't care. What are they gonna do with it?
Yeah,
Fuck
they
all.
really don't. Konami's gone on a pretty bad streak with killing their franchises lately.
What is it? They got like 37 songs. How many of them are original, and how many of them are new remixes for this game too?
I heard.
Most of them are remixes. There are a few originals, but they're like remixes of originals too. Like they got the Dracula's Castle theme, not a remix that they made for this, but the remix from Castlevania Judgment.
Now, is there Kid Dracula music in the game? Oh, poor Incineroar.
I'll ask you for that. I'll do that.
Dracula stuff. I know I heard, because when you guys were streaming it, I heard one of the stages had, I think it was when you were fighting one of the bosses, it had Leon's theme from Lament of Innocence in it. I was like, holy shit. That theme is epic as fuck.
Aside from Battle Network, I'm trying to think if there are any other like music tracks I'm disappointed aren't in this game. I didn't grow up on Diddy Kong Racing, but it had some good stuff. Love Donkey Kong music. I was down for more of that.
Racing has the problem of, I believe that Nintendo owns all the characters from it that belong to the Donkey Kong universe. So Diddy,
So
Dixie,
like 2 of them.
Diddy, Dixie, Tiny, and Crunch.
Oh,
I don't think
remember Conker was in that game.
Dix-
Conker was in
But,
there.
I don't think Dixie and Tiny were.
Rare owns the IP, and they were in the DS version.
Oh, okay, that would be it.
Yeah.
The version that has Diddy Kong characters, unlike Diddy
And
Kong
all the
Racing.
music, for some reason.
Conker for Smash.
Yeah. No, he's not going to happen before Banjo.
No, I don't think that would happen. Grabbed by the Ghoulies characters for Smash.
Here, you know what I'll do? I'll hop in on random. That's what I'll do.
You know what I'll do? I'll go horny on main.
Oh, okay. You gonna go Bows?
Bowsette, of course.
Oh no, hold on, buddy. He's not spectating yet. There he goes.
Nope.
No?
It doesn't work unless I'm in before you say ready, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a
Streaming.
shame.
You gotta have patience, Waddle Dee. Like, seriously, just wait half a second.
Oh no. Oh, I'm a terrible Lucas.
Majora's Mask 2 when
It's also not a great level. I don't know if a Majora's Mask 2 would lessen the impact of the original. I don't know that I want a Majora's Mask 2.
Skyrim 2
When they run out of
Skyrim
systems
2,
to port
this
the
one has
original
guns.
onto.
It's like Skyrim with guns.
just obligatory adding a 2 to something that's not even adding a sequel to a sequel when it's you get the point. That'd be interesting though to see Nintendo try to make a sequel to a game like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask and call it Majora's Mask 2 or Ocarina of Time 2.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Electric Boogaloo.
Maybe it would dispel the Link is dead and Majora's rumors. Maybe that would solve them one way or the other.
Majora seriously needs to be in more games.
Yeah, does he?
Well, they would need to go back to Termina.
I like that we got a whole new world to explore via Termina instead of Hyrule again.
Even
My
though
main
Termina
thing
was
is that-
basically Hyrule anyway.
Well, no,
You could've told me-
it was
you
laid out
could've told me
differently.
Termina was Hyrule, and I would have believed you anyway.
But we played Hyrule in the previous game, and it was laid out differently.
It's laid out differently every game.
Eh.
My main thing is that in Majora's Mask, they just build him up to be this, like, really powerful deity. Whereas, like, you know, Ganondorf, like, yeah, he's really powerful, but he's not, like, a deity.
Yeah, he is.
Not a god.
He
kind of is. I
yeah.
mean, even when it's going to come back later.
Like, that's what Skyward Sword was, is establishing the lore that Ganondorf was, in fact, like, a demon lord god guy. He was Zelda's Dracula.
Yeah.
He basically is, yeah.
He's like reincarnated Demise, who is a demon lord or something. I think that's how it goes.
There's very few Zelda that don't have Ganon in it, though.
Yeah.
The only one that come to mind is Four Swords, in which you fight Vati instead.
Yeah, Body, and I think he came back in, like, 2 games.
I don't think I would want a like another encounter with Majora or the Mask specifically, but I would like the lore of Majora's Mask to be explored further.
I think that's what I want. I just want a little bit more explanation and exploration into his character.
Hello, Peter 2.
Remember when I used to play Smash Brothers? Lois.
Oh
Sweet
God, this
Lois.
is worse than that time I was in Smash Brothers. I can't even do Peter. This is worse than that time I was in Smash Brothers, Brian. Oh, you working on that novel, Brian?
Smash Brothers.
I'm gonna go ahead and say something.
Yeah?
Chris,
You gotta come on down to the cellar. I got a whole freezer full of popsicles.
There was a point of time I could do that voice, and I forgot how to do it. I gotta like practice beforehand. Yeah.
The whistling while talking was pretty
Well,
hard
hey,
to get down,
Chris.
but it's cake now.
Chris, boss up.
There are only a handful of voices, a handful of Family Guy voices I can do. Oh, we did another free-for-all, and it's laggy again.
You know,
How long
as
did
a
it
guy
take you
who
to
does a lot of
realize
voice impressions,
free-for-all?
as a
Considering
guy
that
who
you're
does a
the
lot
one
of
that made
voice impressions
free-for-all.
You made it free-for-all. You opened the room.
No, I mean, I meant the third person who joined made it a free-for-all, rather. Like, he
that wasn't
didn't go to
me.
Spectator. He
Oh
didn't
yeah,
go
that
to
was him.
oh,
Yeah.
you're right, I'm sorry.
That was Bandana Waddle Dee. This is why he doesn't get to be in Smash. He doesn't play by the rules.
As a person who does a lot of voice impressions, I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have noticed, but you ever see those videos on YouTube where you've got, me singing a song with 50 voice impressions, or
I
look at
have.
me reciting this thing with 50 or 100 voices, okay? You
Yeah.
notice that with each of those videos, it's always the same voices. It's always Family Guy characters. It's always Disney characters. It's always Morgan Freeman. It's always Christopher Walken. It's always the same voice impressions because they're so easy.
Well, I don't know if they're easy. They're the iconic
I mean,
ones.
Brian's probably really easy to do.
What's one that you would suggest that isn't done often?
Donald
Frieza?
Duck.
Donald Duck is a hard one. Well, Frieza's he's not as known. That's why people don't do him. It's not that Frieza's a very easy voice to do, I think.
Freeze is easy. You just do the Stewie voice.
Yeah, it's not Stewie.
No, it's not.
It's
It's not that simple.
It's more raspy, nasally kind of.
Yeah, it's more complicated than that.
I know, I'm joking.
I want to say Zoidberg. I don't hear that often at all.
I hear Zoidberg's. I can't quite do him, but I've heard some people who do.
Let's see.
Oh, Peter, that's nasty.
I'm trying not to think of those.
The thing is, though, if you
characters.
could do one character's voice from Family Guy, you could probably do a lot of them because most of them are voiced by Seth MacFarlane.
There are a lot of the same, yeah. A lot of the same kind of voices.
Same thing if you can, like, if you could do Flanders' voice, you could do Reverend Joy.
If you can do any Patrick Warburton character, you can do any other Patrick Warburton character.
Because he's only got one. You pay Patrick Warburton to play Patrick Warburton.
That's right. Brock Sampson is Joe Swanson.
He's just more collected.
Donald Duck is, I think, the hardest voice to do.
But Disney keeps finding people who could do it.
Except in DuckTales, they made him not talk that way.
Really?
Yeah, the new one, they like, okay, we're sick of Uncle Donald talking like this, so they like throw a device down his throat, and suddenly he talks normal. And it defeats.
I didn't see that episode.
That defeats the whole point of the character. Is that not the whole series? Is that like a one-episode bit? Which, yeah, it could be.
Probably was a one-episode bit. Because the first episode is on YouTube normally.
The new DuckTales, not the original.
Yeah, the first episode of the new DuckTales. Disney put it on YouTube for and he talks normally.
Oh, okay.
That probably was a one-episode thing.
Donald Duck
Just like
normally.
There was one episode where they brought back the Three Caballeros.
Donald Duck is tricky. A lot of people can do it easily, but the Louis Armstrong voice is very tough for me.
Steve Fields agree.
Red roses too.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. I'm the master of the Keyblade.
He would be in his world too. Fat Albert would have a Keyblade.
Dumb Donald, you got infected by the nobodies.
That's pretty good. I think weren't you the one that we had an Awesome Knots video forever ago, and we both did like Ted McPain voices? Oh no! Don't start it again. I don't want to do a free for all.
No. Don't do it again.
No, I'm gonna wait.
I mean, that is basically the same voice.
It is, yeah.
It's just I don't know. Fat Albert is funnier to me. Just imagine him like.
I guess I'll sit. Well, hold on. I wasn't spectating yet.
Hold on.
Jesus, Bottle D.
Slow your roll, Mike.
Oh, okay, I'm spectating now. I guess I'll watch one of you guys.
You sure?
Do you want me in? I don't. Whatever. The
Tag
battle
me
is
in,
about
Coach.
to start.
All right. After this, Bandana D, I'm gonna fight Xelrog. All right, so you know. Why are we on?
I think he has his level set to random. Just like everything. Rip.
Little Mac in a nutshell.
Well, hey, Chris. I'm trying to remember it now. It's tough for me to do falsetto because I have a bass voice. This is not
degeneracy.
Not great for Lil Mac. This situation. Man, I'm so sad I lost as Mega Man. I had everything I needed to deal with K. Rool. I had my down fist.
Except I reflected it back at you.
You did. You did that once and it fucked me. Polar Bear for Smash. Can he be a playable character?
I'd play as Polar Bear. I want Nintendo to make another game. I think there's something to be done with it that would be cool.
Do a like full dramatic reimagining like Kid Icarus Uprising, but for ice climbers.
Well, maybe not like that, but you could make it a simple puzzle game where you climb mountains.
Yeah, that could happen.
Are you just gonna...
He's just waiting for you to come to him for his KO punch.
Yeah. I knew it, and I even pressed the button, but the lag made me not through. But that's okay. Look at this lag. It's definitely him.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. It didn't... I don't think it happened too badly when it was just the two of us. Maybe it's between...
No, it didn't.
Maybe it's between you and him, the connection,
Probably
for whatever reason.
I'm saying it's between me and him.
Oh, yeah, okay. If you can do one Mario Brother, you can do all of the others because they're all Charles.
Oh, Charles Martinet. You know what I find if people have a hard time
What?
doing?
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna kick him.
It was a good few matches. Animal saying.
He left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do some. We're gonna do 1v1s is the plan.
Okay. I wish you told me that before I set up the lobby so I could make sure of it.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. Again, if we
my settings I use with friends.
If we get more people, then we'll worry about it.
Okay.
But so far he's been the only one.
Died. I don't know if you heard what I said last time, but I was trying to think of different voices that they could try to do, because I guess my main issue is that with all these voice impression videos, it's always the same lineup of characters that they try. And it's just so tiring. I just want to see some new characters that people can attempt.
I guess there's just only so many voices out there.
There's this one guy I saw who did Bullwinkle. That's not common.
Isn't he kind of just goofy?
No, not. I mean, not like that. I don't know. I mean, kind of, but like not quite so exaggerated.
And now for something completely different.
That's the dude. That's from that one video where like, oh, what was that?
That's
YouTube
Rocky the
video?
squirrel.
That's what he sounds like. I totally forgot that.
Yeah. I don't remember what Bullwinkle sounds like. I thought he was just goofy with less of a southern drawl, right?
Watch me pull this.
What?
Because most of the time, it's mostly just cartoon character voices mixed with, celebrities that just talk weird. Like Christopher Walken.
Well, those are the impression voices. Those are the ones that have noteworthy, like, things to imitate.
Yeah, because if somebody's got, like, just a normal voice, I don't think anybody...
Get some anime characters in there, like...
People don't know anime characters. No one watches anime. You'd have a guy doing one of these videos and it would have like 100 views, because how many people would know all these characters? Nobody.
And the people that do watch anime said it's not the dub version.
It stands out.
That's.
Seriously,
I guess, yeah.
said it's the dub
I don't think
version.
it would get views. I mean, I could totally do that. I could do an anime voices video.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so could I. I just like, because people, when I do a voice impression in front of somebody, they're like, "Oh, what other voices can you do?" And of course, they're like, "Oh, can you do a Family Guy voice?" I'm like, "No, I'll give you one better. I'll do a Frieza voice."
What's a freezer?
Huh?
What's a freezer?
And then yeah, that's
You saying
that's
monkeys?
At least I could stand out to the people that do know who it is, and then when people know who Frieza is, they're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Try to do like, I don't know, Charizard.
Roar. I can do Incineroar. Incineroar! Roar!
Actually, Onyx is pretty funny because like he just sounds like a guy that's in pain all the time.
Like
He's
Incineroar?
"No! Oh no!"
Slow.
Onyx is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon.
Squirtle! Squirtle! That's most Gen 1 Pokemon, is the Squirtle voice. Bulbasaur!
Nah, do Porygon.
What the fuck does Porygon sound like? I don't know. They didn't show that episode in America.
Because they're supposed to, they gotta give you the amazing power of seizures.
Shield, that's right.
Actually, and in Poké Park, Porygon Z, and he just went like,
You know what the most memorable Pokemon voices to me are the ones that I always heard in Pokemon Play It growing up.
So Pikachu.
No, Pokemon Play It, the trading card computer game thing that I played. Remember that? With Julie? Everyone loves Julie.
I must have not watched that.
So
Oh, no, you're right. That weird 3D CGI video.
That's right. The Pokemon trading card game, when it first came out, came with a computer CD for Windows 95 and 98 that taught people how to play the game. And it was a CG nightmare. And they had anime voices for like half the Pokemon. The other half they just improvised with animal sounds or whatever else they could come up with.
Because I take it the anime hadn't gotten that far.
It was still Gen 1, first anime series. So we had like Seal was one of them. And then Jinx sounded extra sexy.
Jinx!
That's what Jinx sounded
That's
like.
just Mr. Popo.
It was, well, yeah, it was kind of Popo-ous. Kami! I have a new girlfriend, Kami!
Well, I mean, they already made that.
In abridged, yeah.
I'm still amazed that One Piece still hasn't made it to Punk Hazard yet.
Are they on hiatus?
Yeah, apparently they said what happens is they're dealing it with seasons, and they said apparently they should be doing dub work anytime now. They said typically every year they start getting back into dub work for each season.
Oh, is that
and
right?
We should be seeing some new episodes come out here soon.
I haven't been following it on episode-to-episode basis since the time skip, so I don't know if it's been longer than previous gaps in arcs or not. I remember I would always hit the...
We still don't have a voice actor for Caesar Clown, and I would assume they're probably, if they're going to take the Frieza route, because he's voiced by Ryusei Nakao, the guy that does Mayuri.
Yeah,
and
Frieza.
Clown. Yeah, and Frieza. I'm assuming if they're going to do that, they're probably going to get either Damon Mills or Chris Ayers to do Caesar Clown, because that's the Frieza voice. But if not, they're probably just going to do some other voice.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing.
It's still crazy to me that Goku's voiced still by an 80-year. Like, they didn't think to change the voice actor when he got older.
Well, you're talking about in Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very strange to me, and is my main citation for people who say that the Japanese version is always superior, is Japanese schoolgirl Goku.
Yeah.
Vegeta's got a pretty high-pitched voice, too.
That tends to be...
Gohan and Goku literally had the same voice in Japanese, I'm not shitting you.
That's often a thing in Japan, I feel. In Japanese acting, there's either very high voices or very low voices, and not a lot of in-between.
And their argument for that is that Goku always had a childish personality, so his voice has to sound childish. That's their argument.
Yeah. I guess
I don't care which one people watch. I just the dub because those are the voices I'm used to.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that overrides puberty, right? It is a childlike personality.
I mean, Saiyans age slower, don't they?
Kind of. They hit adulthood and then they stop, basically.
Basically, it's like, I don't want to make Goku age anymore, Toriyama said, so I'm just going to write this in.
I mean, Sean Schemmel does a pretty decent job of making a childlike voice, even though he's an adult. He does a pretty good childlike, you know...
More so in Super. He's gotten goofier and higher sounding.
Yeah,
in Super.
He has gotten really goofy.
By abridged influence, I feel. Like, that had a big impact on the fan community.
He said he hated Team 4 Star.
Who, Sean Schemmel?
Yeah, recently he was doing one of those weird Q&As, and someone asked him something about Team 4 Star, and he said, you know, when it's me working off Goku, because that's a character I relate to the most, when it's a character that I portray, and when it's a character that's owned by a company that I work for, it's not really funny anymore because it's a company that takes offense to it, therefore I take offense to it. So he was basically he got pretty heated. He got pretty mad.
So he's basically just admitting that he just basically goes with whatever the company tells him to?
Yeah, he basically just said that, he said, after all that, he said that if he wasn't working with Funimation, he would think that Team 4 Star is funny, if he wasn't with the company.
I feel like...
So he's just admitting... That feels like he's just admitting to be a chill.
I feel like he is probably not able to laugh about it as much because that's literally his entire career. He only makes money off of Goku. Whereas Chris Sabat is still doing all sorts of things in all sorts of different animes.
Well, no. They both did... oh, wait. Sean Schemmel didn't do Pop Team Epic.
Sean Schemmel is Goku and only Goku. He has stopped doing all other anime roles because he makes enough money as Goku.
He's Lucario.
He is Lucario. He's Pokemon Goku, that's true.
He's Sun Wukong in Smite.
He also did the voice of Rio in Shaman King, but that's long gone.
Yeah, he used to do more roles, but he's definitely not as... he doesn't do as much as most other voice actors. Presumably because he doesn't have to.
He's Goku.
He's Goku, yes. And most of his other roles end up sounding like Goku anyway.
I mean, who voiced Kid Goku for the Dragon Ball?
Was it Stephanie Nadolny? I don't remember who her name was. But she also voiced Kid Gohan in the original dub, and she must not be doing stuff anymore because both got replaced by Luffy, Colleen Clinkenbeard, from Kai onwards. So now I just hear Gohan in Dragon Ball Kai, and I can't not think of Luffy.
Did who in GT for Kid Goku?
GT, it was still the original.
Okay.
Stephanie Nadolny, I think, is her name. I'm not sure, though.
You know, it's weird, because I do remember seeing an interview a few years ago where someone actually did bring up Team 4 Star to Sean Schemmel, and his opinion was actually very different. He actually said he enjoyed the humor of Team 4 Star, and he actually thought they were funny. But I guess now, recently, he's not allowed to think they're funny.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what I'm gathering.
That's curious because they're allowed to be on YouTube, so they must have some degree of Funimation support for that to happen. Unless it's some kind of weird lawsuit, some reluctant thing that Funimation let happen and isn't happy about?
In Sean Schemmel's words, he said in that interview, he said that Team 4 Star is taking animation that's not theirs and profiting off of it.
I mean, that's technically true.
It's absolutely. Yeah. I mean...
But fans want that.
Don't actually fall under free use. They are actually against free use and can be, and if somebody files litigation against them, that's totally legal.
Yeah.
But should it be is one of the questions.
Well, I mean, I didn't have to watch any part of Dragon Ball Z because I saw the abridged version and I know basically what happens.
Yeah. I think there are more people who might have been exposed to it and maybe gotten an interest in Z because of the abridged version.
Well, I mean, there's that, but there's also that, I mean, just the fact that I can watch it as a replacement for the original is enough to say, you know?
It is. It brings up an entire, like, very meaty argument about the nature of remix and sampling and all that. And there's a pretty elaborate documentary on remix, the Remix Manifesto or something, that is a good watch on this sort of topic. It really begs the question of where the line is drawn of sampling and using other people's work. for or without profit. I would say it would definitely be better to not profit off of it, which their only profit is the Patreon, right? It's just donations for Team 4-Star.
I have no idea, but they do. But it's not like that's all they have either. But it's definitely the big draw.
It's that and merchandise, which does use like Dragon Ball characters.
But yeah, Sean Shemwell recently has been getting in a lot of heat lately because yeah, his words on Team 4-Star and his words on Vic Mignogna. So he's gotten in a lot of heat lately, and people aren't liking him too much.
Here's the thing, though. There's a proven fan demand. So no matter what you do, you're not going to silence or stop this. The best thing that any company could do is find a way to work and profit off of it. If Funimation and the Japanese licensors were smart, they would find a way to, you know, recruit Team 4-Star in some way and profit off of what they're doing. Because fans want to see it.
They've actually gotten voice actors from Team 4-Star and put some of them into Super. I mentioned this once before, but yeah,
well,
they've actually hired a couple people from Team 4-Star.
I mean in the sense of finding a way for them, Funimation and the Japanese licensors, to make money every time someone watches an episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, is what I'm saying. Right. That would be the smart thing for them to do.
Right.
Actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was this scene where it was a play retelling the event of the Cell fight in Dragon Balls. It was in Dragon Ball.
An official Dragon Ball play?
Fight. No, it's not. It was in the show. There was like some.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It was a fake. Go on.
And they had like these giant character heads and everything.
Yeah.
And in this deleted version of the scene, the Team 4-Star members came on to do the voices.
That's right. I heard about that.
Clip. I saw that.
But when it actually got released, that version didn't get released. They decided to do another one.
It was It was an actual.
Like, how did you get so strong, Mr. Satan? And he said, push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
No, I know the scene. It was in the original anime as well, and they did it in Dragon Ball Kai. Is the version that they used the Team 4-Star guys for at first. But I know the scene you're talking about, yes.
They did get them also to do voices for some of the Dragon Ball games, if I remember correctly.
That's right. It was like a custom Saiyan voice in Xenoverse 2 or something, was Takahata, who's Nappa.
And he even says Space Australia.
And things like that, yeah.
Alright, I feel like being annoying today.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case...
Funimation has a weird relationship with Team 4-Star.
They do.
I imagine part of it is also the fact that they don't actually own Dragon Ball. That they have to kind of go with what Toriyama and Toho say sometimes.
Yeah. Well, they themselves are caught in the middle because they also have to work with, you know, the Japanese owners and Japanese copyright law.
Which is much stricter than American copyright law.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you could parody without it being considered a copyright.
Oh no.
Because they have to censor parodies.
Yeah, they are not, especially if you're not Japanese. They're very not keen about people using anything from a Japanese production.
There was also, I mean, when Blockbuster was big in the US, Nintendo tried to stop them from renting out video games because in Japan, renting video games is illegal. Or at least it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ever changed, but Nintendo didn't win that, by the way.
Yeah.
They would just try to limit selling video games to Blockbuster as much as they could because they didn't make any money with the rentals.
Yeah.
There was also the incident back when it was the last 2 episodes of Super. There were 2 large cities in Mexico that were having these big live shows, and they were going to have it on this giant screen, this theater screen.
Yeah.
And they were like conventions. They were even offering food and refreshments and everything. So these big events, these screenings for the last 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And they even had billboards for it and posters. So when Japan got a hold of this, they basically got a cease and desist letter from Toei saying that they need to stop what they're doing right now.
Not
To which Mexico simply responded with, "Okay, we won't give food and refreshments. We'll just show the damn episodes."
yeah.
So even after that, they still got more cease and desist letters, and Mexico just ignored it and did it anyway. So you can look it up on YouTube. They have footage of the last 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Super with these 2 big events with like hundreds of people, thousands maybe, of just all these people sitting together watching on the big screen Dragon Ball Super.
We don't want people to watch our series, no sir. A lot of it just comes down to old business practices not wanting to adapt to new times.
I mean,
They have their ways of making money off of things, and they don't want those ways to go away, but they're going away, and they don't want to deal with that.
can Toei even tell Mexico what to do? That's like an international law thing.
Maybe. There are, at least in America, there are laws about, oh, you can't screen this thing. You're not supposed to have a public exhibition. You're not supposed to bring friends over to your house in a home theater and show this movie. You gotta get our permission for that. But no one pays attention to those because it's stupid. You see screens like that flash at the start of DVD movies, but it's not something that anyone takes seriously. Much like how you're not supposed to rip CDs, because that's piracy. You know, the CDs you own and want to put on your MP3 player. Not supposed to do that. You're supposed to buy it again in MP3 mode.
Well, it's more like, since they're trying to, I don't know, it's like, they can't really stop you from doing it.
No,
That's
they
the
can't.
hard part for them. And it's more so that they're trying to go after the people that they make the laws so that they can go after the people that more so that sell these than the people that just want to like make a copy for home. Because as far as I'm aware, with my admittingly small knowledge of copyright law, you can copy something for yourself. You just can't copy it and sell it.
Yeah, that's most of the problem with the copyright law. Most of the harm is just coming from making a profit. That's the main issue people have with the copyright law.
That
you can't make a profit.
That should be the problem, but people take issue with more than that, unfortunately. They don't make that the focus of it.
I mean, let's be honest here. Those guys were making off of the Dragon Ball Super showing.
I mean, they weren't charging entry.
Well, once they got rid of the food, then I guess there was really no problem. Because they weren't selling the food.
I mean,
yeah,
I
at
guess.
first they said they were having refreshments and food service and everything like that, but then when they got the cease and desist letter, they said, oh, okay, we won't serve any food, it'll just be the showing and that's it.
I used to run an anime club when we were in Job Corps in Astoria, there was like a theater on campus, and I would show anime DVDs, but we had a list of things that we were legally allowed to show in the theater there because of some arrangement between Universal Studios or whatever companies that the National Job Corps Agency had made an agreement with. And so there were movies that we could and couldn't show in the theater, including just little silly club activities like my hosting an anime club.
So what happened?
I mean, I was allowed to show Funimation stuff, so I pretty much just showed Funimation stuff.
SMH watching dubs.
Yeah?
I watched dub.
I like recognizing the actors.
There are sometimes I watch dubs, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Sometimes, like, I watched the first season of Squid Girl dubbed, but the second season isn't dubbed.
Yeah? So you're impatient.
So I just watched it. I mean, I don't know if it's been years. I don't think they're going to dub it anytime soon. Can I get up here?
Water sucks in this game, right? No one likes it.
Well, it's nice that it's not just a bottom blast zone like in Melee on Great Bay. You would just that water had.
I liked that. I liked that it was a blast zone.
I like that you don't instantly die in Jungle Japes and you can.
I liked that you instantly die in Jungle Japes. I like that it was like, well, you didn't instantly die. That was what made Jungle Japes fun. It was a wind box, so you could recover.
Yeah, but if you didn't have your second jump or your recovery.
Oh no, then you would die as you deserved.
Yeah. And
it's just,
I mean, that wind box was way faster than the way the was in this game.
Oh yeah, I agree. It was. I found it more fun because of that.
Save yourself anyway.
Oh no, you could pretty frequently, I feel. Now it just feels not satisfying for anyone involved, though, because you just kind of float off the screen flaccidly, and the guy who killed you just sees you float off the screen flaccidly. He doesn't get the satisfaction of killing you. It's just lame. No, please do not body slam. Oh, that didn't bury you? Because stairs.
Because you ran out of ink right as...
Oh. Go away, dinosaur.
That's a weak throw.
Yeah, her throws are pathetic. For distance.
But yeah, last week I just started playing Metal Gear Solid 4, even though I've never played any of the Metal Gear Solid games because my cousin kept pestering me for like over a year now to keep playing Metal Gear Solid, and I mean, it's okay so far. I just made it to like the 3rd chapter. But something's itching at me, and I'm getting this feeling, right, that I feel like this isn't what Metal Gear primarily is.
Is it not, like, primarily stealth, and sometimes you shoot people?
It's Metal Gear Solid 4, because my impression was that Metal Gear Solid was primarily a stealth-heavy game, and that if you did anything otherwise, it was punished.
Not necessarily. You kind of always had the option of killing guards if you were able to do it.
But it was always riskier.
It was riskier.
In Metal Gear Solid 4, you can kill anybody without any real consequence. Like, there's tons of ammo, there's tons of ways to heal. I didn't really feel any consequence from killing anybody. I never felt the need to sneak up on somebody and just knock them out. I've never felt the urge in that so far.
I don't know.
The only Metal Gear Solid game I played is the first one.
Same here.
And I would say that one encouraged to sneak around.
It was also, it was as much about avoiding cameras as it was people.
Yeah. And you can't kill a camera.
Solid 4,
you do have a
defrag
grenade.
Like it's more combat oriented, and like, yeah, stealth is obviously involved. Like, you got suppressors, you got, you know, sneaking around stuff, but I feel like Metal Gear Solid 4 is just, I feel like it's just starting to cater to more of the action shooter genre more than the stealth, because I'm really not getting any of that stealth. I'm really not. I don't feel like stealth is required in this game. I really don't.
I mean, I could see that being the case with the popularity of shooters.
That's why I feel like if I were to play the first Metal Gear, I'm not playing Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm playing Metal Gear with actual stealth.
Who was it? Your brother who recommended it? Your cousin?
My cousin. He said...
What kind of games does he play?
He likes playing...
Does he play Battlefield and Call of Duty? Are those his games?
No, he's not that kind of gamer.
Okay.
He is the kind of gamer that loves challenge. He loves challenging himself. So yes, Metal Gear is one of those games that would be considered his favorite.
Why did I do that?
He loves RPGs. He loves, you know, stealth games. So when he tells me that Metal Gear Solid 4 is his favorite game of all time, that's when I had to play it and see what all the fuss was about. So yeah, I played it, and like, yeah, it's not a bad game. I'm actually having fun with it, but I feel like if I were to play any other Metal Gear game, it wouldn't be the same.
You could try the first one. It's an alright game.
Play Metal Gear Rising.
Isn't that the hack and slash?
Yes, it's the one made by the...
Is
and
that
it's ironic.
Also very not stealth?
Also very not stealth.
It's actually ironic because I don't know if I could take his word for it, because he says Metal Gear Solid 4 is his favorite, but he's only played 3 Metal Gear games, and those games were 4, Revengeance, and one of the PS1 games.
Just not Metal Gear Solid 1, but just one of the PS1 ones?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but he said one
There
of the
were
PS1
only two on the
games.
PS1: Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear 2, and that's it.
I can't remember, but he said it was one of the ones on the PS2, and he's played Revengeance and 4, so I don't know if I could take his word for it if he has an exact idea of what Metal Gear is supposed to be like.
Yeah. Has he played Metal Gear Survive?
Nope, he has a huge disdain for that game.
Yeah.
He hates that game. He hates the idea of it. He says it's not real Metal Gear.
Because he would know all about real Metal Gear, that sounds like.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Try one.
Zombies aren't Metal Gear. There's no Snake. It's all about zombies.
Yeah.
This is clearly not Metal Gear.
If you're concerned, try Metal Gear 1. Play it for like 5 minutes, and you'll get the idea of Metal Gear.
Idea. That was generally what my idea was going to be. I was going to get the first game, and I was going to play that and be like... okay.
Either play 1 or play, what is it, Twin Snakes?
That's like the remake of 1 on the GameCube, right?
On the GameCube, yeah.
That's the one with Psycho Mantis, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, they're both with Psycho Mantis. It's the same game.
Yeah, it's a remake of 1 that Jack says is better, so I would take his word for it, I guess.
I played the PS1 original. You know what the sad thing is? Snake's codec doesn't work on any character.
That any new characters that wasn't in Brawl, yeah. Fuck off, Searchlight!
It's because Roy Campbell's Japanese voice actor died, so they retired the character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The other thing that's not helping me either with this game is that since it's... I looked it up. Apparently Metal Gear Solid 4 is the last game chronologically.
Yes.
So, when I'm playing the game, I'm getting all these terms and events and flashbacks and character arcs that I do not understand. They're throwing around terms that it's like, what is this? Like, and this game is really cutscene heavy too. The cutscenes are long in this game.
I had this. That's every Metal Gear Solid game, and I would say it's because Kojima didn't want to make games; he wanted to make movies. But he settled for making Metal Gear as a game.
And yeah, like, I'm down for that. I'm down for watching long cutscenes, but I can't get into this game when I know literally nothing about the story.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was a pretty bad recommendation on his part. I feel like he only recommended me the game to be like, oh, this is, if you want to get into Metal Gear as a game, then play it because the gameplay is fun.
Yeah.
But as a story, I cannot for the life of me get into it because I just don't know what the fuck is going on.
Just try the first one.
Game because of the game.
Like, the only thing I've gathered right now is that there's this whole army with nanotech.
Don't bother. The plot for Metal Gear makes no sense after a while.
Yeah.
They throw around all these terms. The science fiction aspect is all over the place.
There's a reason there's not been a Metal Gear Solid movie.
Well, because, I mean, it's probably not because of how confusing the story is.
Yeah, it's because Konami.
Yeah. I mean, why isn't there a Castlevania movie?
Well, it's anime.
It's an anime, unfortunately.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I didn't realize what you were doing. Fucking walls. Shadow Moses, please.
There was actually a Castlevania live-action short series that ran on television for a very, very short while. Because I remember seeing it on demand. I think it was around 2009, 2010. It was called Castlevania Hymn of Blood. And it was a live-action series, but I think it only had like 5 episodes.
Like King Koopa Presents? Like that cool live-action series?
Speaking of, why don't we talk about Captain N Castlevania?
Yeah.
The Gay Master.
I'm Simon Belmont.
That's Stewie Griffin.
It is! He was Stewie Griffin!
Ooh, Brian, I'm gonna fight vampires.
I hope my hair doesn't get messed up.
Was that the same? I wouldn't be surprised if Simon Belmont, same voice actor.
What, Seth MacFarlane? I somehow doubt
It was
it.
actually Seth. Wait. It was actually Seth MacFarlane who did Simon Belmont's voice.
No, it did Stewie.
Oh no, I'm talking about. I said Simon Belmont and Brain. I'd be surprised if they had the same voice actor.
And who?
Mother Brain.
Oh yeah, Mother Brain. That was a sassy black woman voice. Was Mother Brain?
That was. I mean, it was. The Little Shop of Horrors play it.
Yeah. And you had the
That's what it
Eggplant
was.
Wizard, and who was the other? Was it a Punch-Out guy?
King Hippo.
King Hippo was the other, like, henchman.
Yeah,
I say all this from osmosis. I've never seen an episode of Captain N.
I've seen it. Something worth noting is, despite Mother Brain being, Samus never appeared in the show. Neither did Little Mac.
Yeah.
Apparently, the director didn't know who Samus was.
Oh. It's that Metroid fella, right?
I don't know how you know Mother Samus, but whatever.
Yeah, that
Maybe
is weird. What the hell?
maybe he
Mega
thought
Man
that
was green.
maybe he
I don't
thought
know,
that
like-
Metroid guy wasn't a very interesting character because he was just a space
Look
marine.
at Mega Man for 2 seconds and tell me see green.
Well, didn't you see the box art for Mega Man?
He wasn't green there either. He was.
You're cutting out really bad, Nick.
I shouldn't be.
Or was that Darian?
That's not me.
Oh no, it was Nick.
All right, well, I shouldn't be cutting out because these are the better headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to
what
the
they all
earbuds
say.
I was using before.
Going back to Dorf.
Remember when Xelrog said he had a certain mic that said it was better, and then it started doing choppy shit?
Well, I've used this before, and people have said it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You never know, man. You gotta find out yourself.
Oh, it was a little disappointing. We didn't get more folks. One guy showed up to fight, but
That's it for me.
this level, the Kirby levels, for whatever reason, this and the Melee one, you just get caught under the levels so easy. Something about their architecture.
They call it pineappling when you get. Oh, come on.
Or Doc.
I am a filthy casual when it comes to fighting games. Not because I'm like a rookie, but it's because I choose to be. Like, I just don't. I don't like the style of which pro players play.
Meaning?
I just like zoning. I just don't like it. I don't like the idea of zoning. In my
Yeah.
opinion, it's just not my forte.
I mean, that's
I
not
just
the
like-
only pro strategy, but it is one.
Well, it's one of them. I'm just saying, like the way most pro players play is a play style that I don't like. I'm not keen about
Yeah.
because most of it, and this is where I'm gonna sound like a total like noob because I've been in the fighting game community a little bit. People have fucked around with me for it. I don't like spamming. I just don't like it.
Well, you get punished for spamming in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, you get punished
Unless
for
you're
spamming in
Ness.
almost every game, but it's just not something that I like doing. I don't like being on the receiving end of it, and I get the idea that it must be pretty boring to be spamming in general. That's just
I mean,
I just
again,
like
you
the
get
idea.
punished for it, so pro players generally don't do that. I'll stick with Dorf a bit.
All right, well then I need to be something better.
Oh, what are you
can't be
talking
Doc.
about? Doc is top tier.
I wish, man.
I like
oh, wait,
his...
no, here's an idea. Here's a better example. You got games with tier lists. I don't pay attention to tier lists. I'll acknowledge and be like, okay, like Dragon Ball Fighters. I think the top tiers are Goku Black and Cell, right?
I don't know. I just didn't like
I see
fighters.
Goku Black pretty often, but
I'm not good at it.
my genuine consensus is that I do not care about tier lists, frame data, none of that. Sometimes I'll even go out of my way to pick low tier characters in spite of that.
Well, that means you're not good enough to notice it yet. Is what that means.
Well, sometimes I'll even go picking low tier characters and kick ass with them.
Yeah?
I don't
Then
know
you're
how,
not
but it
fighting people who are good enough to know why tiers
probably-
exist.
Yeah, tier lists don't matter unless you're in the highest rank anyway. I'm not good enough to pay attention to tier lists, but I know what they are. I just know what I'm particularly good at and what things I can deal with.
I think
like, I've been part of the Street Fighter scene for a good 5 years now, and I've been pretty active with Street Fighter for a long time. I just don't like. You'll get Akuma players that will take advantage of his like aerial Hadouken, where he jumps in the air and does a Hadouken because he's the only character that can do it.
Yeah.
Because it's broken, and because of that, he's banned in certain tournaments. You will have players that will take advantage of that and abuse it. But if I were to pick Akuma, you'd probably be lucky if you even see me do that move even once.
Is this humble bragging? Because it feels like humble brag.
It's humble bragging.
I mean, it wouldn't matter how good they get with Akuma because he's banned.
But no, this is just, yeah, in tournaments. I'm talking about like purely online play though.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a gun! You got me good.
Now, if only I could still get inside, but I can't. Stop shielding!
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Defensive play. My mistake.
Shielding's not allowed. Mom! Nick won't stop shielding.
Turn off the router.
Nick's spamming Hadoukens.
All those Donkey Kong Hadoukens you hear about.
I feel like I can imagine Donkey Kong trying to pronounce Hadouken. I can hear him doing that in grunts.
That's weird.
Well, you know, he talks sometimes. In Mario Strikers, when he doesn't have...
He's
trying to get a teammate to pass it to him, you can hear him scream his name.
In the Crystal Coconuts cartoon. That's the best Kong, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a vaguely... Didn't he sound like kind of like a Sonic in that? He had like a teenage voice?
So. The saddest thing about that guy who voiced DK is he never went on... He had an amazing voice.
The most beautiful of voices. CG Dong.
I know, right? Like, his singing voice... Things about that show. He never went on to do any...
We need more Eddie the Yeti.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but I received my first ever death threat from an online match.
Oh yeah?
A couple months ago.
It's an important threshold.
I never had that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I only must assume I've never lived.
Because in all my years of playing, like, online games, period, I've been doing this shit since 2010, I haven't received any kind of death threats. Like, yeah, I get people call me a hacker, I get people call me a modder, but I've never had anyone deliberately tell me, like, this dude, I think he lived in Costa Rica, and he messaged me, he said, I quote, "Me hack your address, me come kill you, okay?"
Okay.
How do you hack my address? You just change the value of my house?
He'll get into the city code and change it.
I just feel pretty sad that the first death threat I got was from broken English.
Yeah?
No, that makes it better.
Damn it. No, no banana.
But man, Jump Force looks bad. Jump Force looks really bad.
I haven't actually seen any footage of it. I'll just take people's word for it.
A lot of people are not liking it, and I've seen the gameplay and the cutscenes firsthand. That game is hideous.
I mean, the thing that I've seen, which is pretty hilarious, is where he doesn't actually like have an animation for flying. They just raise the model into the...
Yeah, Frieza.
I wouldn't pay $60 for Jump Force if it was good. I wouldn't pay $60 for a video game anymore, period. No matter what the game was.
How much you pay for Smash?
Did I pay 60? Yeah, Smash was a day one, so that was probably the full 60, unless it went down at some reason for some point.
Would you have paid for Insane Trilogy when it came out at 60?
No.
No.
Solid no. I waited for a sale. There are only day one purchases. There are very few and far between.
$60, $40.
I will do it for Smash, for Pokemon Gen 8, probably, I guess. Mario Maker 2. Because I know I'm going to get, like, hundreds of hours out of Mario Maker 2. And Pokemon as well.
What if they did a remake collection of Battle Network? Would you pay 60 for that?
No. No, not 60.
The interesting thing about games, though, is if you account for inflation, the price has, like... I mean, the number has stayed almost the same, but the price has gone down. You know?
I guess. Has it?
Well, if you compare $60 today to $60 in 1985 money,
yeah,
the average,
that's true.
Like, cost has gone down, even though they're both $60.
It's also become much more accessible, and the internet now exists. And
yeah.
Virtual downloads exist, and cheaper disc printing methods exist. So you know, there's all that. Oh no, the GAN cannon, the Ganon.
That wasn't as clever as a wordplay as you think.
Who else but Dragmire?
It's Dragmire, Dragmire.
I certainly hope no one comes to kidnap the princess on this beautiful day.
That's it, you're done.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Stop that.
I'm just showing him a booty.
Yeah? It's a nice booty. Oh, no! Okay. Do that. When I get a Switch, I'm getting Mario Maker. It's a good purchase, Mega Man. Oh, you're teching now. I gotta adjust.
I mean, I teched all last game, too.
Yeah. You used to never do it, though.
Well, yeah, I learned how to do it.
That's good. Now I have to predict your rolling.
Here's a good Zelda game concept. I'm not going to say a sequel to Ocarina of Time, but have a Zelda game that takes place between the time skip of the 7 years. Pretend like the Song of Time doesn't exist, and make it to where Link actually has to go through those 7 years and stop Ganon.
But
period.
that would change the whole continuity.
Yeah, it would, but it would be interesting.
I mean, Majora's Mask takes place during that time frame.
It does, yeah. You could go on to see what Kid Link
right.
did.
Yeah, you're right, because Link got sent... Okay, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're right. I guess what I was asking for was more like a hypothetical, what would happen if Ganon started his reign over Hyrule and Link didn't fall asleep for 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, Ganon wouldn't have been able to Link fall asleep because he opened up the Door of Time in the Temple of Time, and that's how Link got into the Spirit Realm.
All true.
That's how Ganon rather got into the Spirit Realm.
It's a little too integral to the story of Ocarina.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I would be interested in seeing a Zelda game that took place over
What are you doing?
I'm dodging your shit. What do you think I'm doing? Oh no, I'll just jump into it. Okay. What are you doing? Get out of here. Ow.
What are we saying, Xelrog?
A Zelda game that took place over a long stretch of time would be interesting. Whereas Breath of the Wild is kind of however long you happen to take. But one with actual time...
They dabbled with this a few times because, you know, I've read a few of the books or whatever in interviews with the creators.
The original idea of Ocarina.
Yeah, I think in Wind Waker, they dabbled with this. The idea of playing throughout the game and having Link slowly age throughout the game.
Was that Wind Waker, or was that an original idea for Ocarina that they didn't get to use?
Wind Waker.
Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Because I have the Hyrule Historia, there's a few pages that go over this idea. They have sketches for an adult Toon Link, and they said the idea was that throughout the game, Link would slowly age, and at the end of the game, you would become adult Toon Link. So
Oh, that was
I
bad
think
timing.
more. And it would be pretty interesting to see them actually pull off a Zelda game that has you age periodically throughout the game.
Yeah, it would kind of be an implied time limit, I guess, unless you just hit adult and then stop. Or
what if you just age as you hit certain parts of the game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they would try to do.
yeah, it could be it, I guess. I feel like that would be less interesting than it being purely time-based, but no, you leave the game, you turn it off, and you don't come back for 5 years, and then you come back and Link dies of old age.
Yeah.
Like what's the
lifespan
Metal
of
Gear
5
Solid
years.
guy?
Oh, I know what you're talking
The End.
about.
The End.
I remember seeing a video on that.
But what does parrot taste like?
Probably like a lot of other birds.
Ah! Should have held that. Oh, no, well, fuck your crown. Stop that. Damn it. Go! I so want to hit K. Rool from the side, but I've never been able to. Stop that! I care not for your counter. Fuck off! Nope. Did you counter off the ledge?
Yeah, I did it accidentally.
Oh, stupid super armor. You're not gonna spike me again.
If there were ever a time, I feel like I would totally be down for participating in the Bleach Abridged.
Yeah. Well, it's moving.
Providing a voice or whatever.
Moving very slowly, as the editing takes a very, very long time. And we already have all of Season 1 recorded, so... Stop that. Well, that's it for me.
I didn't spike you though, so I guess you win. That's what I was trying to do it. I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, you know Ganondorf has a very unpredictable recovery.
Absolutely.
Some say it's the best in the game.
What he's gonna do next.
Never really know what he's going to do next. He's Dragmire.
Wasn't that only a localization thing? Like Nintendo came up with Dragmire.
I think it was in the Link to the Past manual in English. So yeah, probably. I'm bringing out the heavy weapons now. I'll do a little bit more. We're not getting any folks. So I'll do a couple more matches with Nick, and that'll be it.
All right.
Tash Banuka, is that the next Crash Bandicoot game? Is that his
Yeah.
son, like Boruto?
Yeah.
What if Crash had a son?
It'd die. I don't think it would make it.
I think it'd just depend on who Crash gets with. Like, if he
Okay,
gets
so
the,
Cortex.
Yeah, it's a clone. I ship Crash and Nina Cortex. No.
I think Nina's my favorite character in the Crash series, actually.
Yeah?
I don't care much for Nina.
I never liked her.
I have a thing for goths. I don't know why.
So do I.
Six.
I just like
She
her
looks
character
thick.
design. I'm a sucker for any character that has a goth design. So because she has a goth design, therefore she is cool in my book.
Yeah.
Let me go, you little.
I shared that picture in the Discord with Xelrog saw it. It was the fucking picture of this girl looking all ugly, and she's looking at all these pictures of all these gothic girls from all the cartoons and anime. She goes, "OMG, this is so me."
Yeah.
It's only funny because I know girls that are actually like that. So.
Oh yeah.
I should have inhaled the lightning.
Ow. Still alive. Choo. Uh-oh. Oh, there I go.
Just to make conversation, who's your favorite anime villain?
I don't know. I don't really watch anime that have villains most of the time.
Nick over
Like,
here
I
watching
watch
Fruits
Yoshiraku
Basket.
and Kill Me Baby. Well, I guess I'll have to pick King Piccolo. Or Mercenary Tao, he's cool.
Please forgive me. Kent Williams.
Does a Raleigh count?
Rayleigh? What?
Raleigh.
A Rayleigh? Yeah, she was pretty
Yeah.
evil.
I mean, in Super. Yeah, if she counts, then I'll count too.
I'd have to say my favorite villain in anime would probably... It's a close tie between Frieza and Noitora from Bleach.
Yeah.
Will Frieza just die already? Can they stop bringing him back?
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
didn't
want to
need
say
to come
Frieza
back.
because he's such a typical answer, but I would say Noitora because I like villains that just have fun being evil. Like, that's what gets them off, is just being evil and killing
Oh,
people
you know
just
what?
for the fun of it.
Sonic X is an anime man.
Yeah, Eggman was great in Sonic X. Well, he was kind of a third party by the end of it, though. He wasn't the villain at that point.
I mean...
He was the Arc 1 villain. And
It's kind of like the Sonic Adventure games.
it's always a giant, like, god force that is the final villain. It's not Eggman himself.
Okay, I didn't know which Ganondorf I was. I was looking at the wrong one.
You're the darker one for me.
You're the
You
darker
notice
one for
that
me.
There's a common theme in most anime, mostly shonen, where like the end boss or end villain has a white color scheme. You ever notice that?
What, like Frieza and Aizen, and then...
Frieza, Aizen, Madara.
Sephiroth.
Yeah,
Well, Sephiroth's all decked in black. He just has white hair.
Let's see, other shonen anime that do it.
I mean, the final... I guess One Piece doesn't have a final boss yet, but it's
They don't.
portrayed to be like Blackbeard. Why it went way too low for that?
I mean, the enemies of the pirates are the Marines, and they have white clothes. I guess you could go there.
Eh.
But for the most part, yeah, most of the final villains of those anime have a white color scheme. I've noticed it's a common trend.
Yu Yu Hakusho, they didn't have any villains like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean,
Kill.
Bakura had white hair. Yeah, Kill la Kill had a white color scheme final villain. Stop that!
Pegasus had white hair.
He did, but he was dressed in red. I mean, white is a very common hair color in anime, period. Villains or otherwise.
Ooh. Lost control of myself there.
I think my favorite Dragon Ball villain might actually be Baby. feel like there was a lot of interesting stuff done with him.
He's not even canon, so you can't even say that's your favorite villain anyway.
And I like Cell as well. I like Cell's personality.
I was looking up like Kid Goku and then Baby Goku just because I was curious what he looked like as a baby, and then I was like Baby Vegeta. I'm like, who is this?
Oh yeah, that's a different character. That's not what the Google Images search sounds like it should be.
Yeah.
Type in Baby Goku or any baby character, they show you like the characters as babies, and that's not what you were looking for.
Oh, not counting Broly, obviously, but the hipster in me kind of starts liking Broly less as I find out he's so massively popular. And I don't know how he's been handled in the new movie yet.
Broly was always massively popular. People loved Broly.
I know he was.
Even if his story was so lame.
I think Xelrog, you're going to like the way he's portrayed in the new movie because he talks more. He can actually talk in coherent sentences without sounding like an idiot. He has a backstory.
Well, he did that in the movie as well. He didn't do that from the second one onward when he had brain damage from being frozen.
But yeah, in the movie,
Broly
he actually
is
talks
not a
more
monster.
often. He's a nice person. In the movie, I would say that Broly is more of a tool for Paragus, his dad, because Paragus is the villain more so than Broly, because Broly is just a tool for his dad to get revenge on the Saiyans.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
I think you'll dig it.
Do you think is there anything in the movie that would require seeing all of Super first, or the ending events of Super are mentioned or anything?
No. Same thing with Resurrection F. A lot of people describe Dragon Ball Super Broly as a movie that you could basically it's just one giant fight scene. Broly shows up and they fight. Nothing significant happens. It's just there to it's just there to introduce Broly. That's really what the movie is. It's just there to introduce Broly, just like how the movie Resurrection F was there to introduce Golden Frieza.
Well, we have it available. Jack and I will probably watch it soon, the Broly one.
And there's a character in the movie.
You want to pick a main, Nick?
Well, I could just play DK over and over, but
I feel like we should have a kind of close one for the final match.
alright.
There is a girl character in the movie named Sheila.
Yeah.
I swear, throughout the movie.
He's the green alien that makes Rule 34 of, right?
Yeah, the movie loves to throw ass shots a lot with her.
Oh, that's a good sign.
She is pure Rule 34 material. I'm not even
She
kidding.
basically just looks like a green bolt.
And boy, oh boy, the Broly Chilai ships are out of control.
Not crazy about kale.
Neither am I.
Doesn't taste very good.
Yeah. I like the vegetable more than I like the character. That's my feelings on kale. I think we started this discussion on a previous stream at one point, the favorite villains thing. A lot of mine come from Yu Hakusho because that had really great, deep villains with like good motivations.
And I still haven't yet to see a single episode of that. God damn it.
Trying to think otherwise. Code Geass, Emperor of Britannia. He was a fun villain. Social Darwinist asshole.
Haven't seen a single episode of Full Metal Alchemist either.
1 second. Okay.
You alright for the rest of this match?
Yeah.
I liked the... I mean, again, I can't really fairly say because I didn't finish Brotherhood. I liked the villain in Full Metal Classic. For the most...
What is up with Ganondorf and the magnet hand?
And then what?
Magnet hands.
Magnet hands? Oh,
Yeah.
he can get back to ledges from far away?
Yeah.
It does seem that way. Like he has a longer reach than other characters, doesn't it? Have you seen his magnet dong? Here, let me show you my magnet dong. Stand still. Oh, no! Oh, too far. There we go. No, you fuck! You knew I would pursue.
I tried watching Soul Eater recently. I really tried.
I couldn't get
But
into
there
it.
was so much fan service in there that really was so distracting that I could not bear to
Not
keep
enough
going. I
souls
really
being
could
eaten.
not.
Was it fan service? I don't even remember that. I just didn't find it
Alright.
interesting.
That's the last one.
Yeah, we're done with Smash. Shame we didn't get more people. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
We'll
Would have been
see.
better if that one guy didn't keep lagging.
And starting matches prematurely.
Yeah.
But well, thank you for joining me, Nick. We had some
No
fun.
problem.
And gonna switch over to this, and I'm gonna end the Discord call for now.
Okay.
And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.